Hey, I'm Pastor Mark. I'm pastor of the Community Baptist Church, Altoona, Pennsylvania. Southwestern Pennsylvania had 1,400 fatal overdoses last year. That broke the previous year's record. And I would say to you today that the person who is buying and selling these opioids, that man is worth something. You're worth more than just this poison that is filling our streets. But there are some counties and there are some areas in our state that are just bucking this trend. And I would urge you to buck this trend, to give in to and not give in. Buck the trend and instead of giving in to this sin and to this addiction, because you're worth something. Proverbs chapter 19 says this: better is the poor man that walketh in his integrity. Better is the poor man that walketh in his integrity than he that is perverse. A poor man is worth something if he has integrity. And if you would overcome this addiction by the grace of God, you would have such a sense of self-worth that you are worth something. That poor man sunk in addiction is worth something. So Washington, Beaver, Indiana, and Armstrong counties all saw dips in drug deaths last year. Now, those changes are still fluid. It's going to vary from year to year, but it shows that we're bucking the trend. Now, at least that gives us a little bit of optimism and a little bit of hope, and it should give you some hope that if these deaths are dropping and you're addicted to this stuff, that there is hope for you, that you are worth something, that if jails and hospitals and judges and entire communities are trying to rally together and work together to stop this epidemic and to stop this sin, they're doing it because you are worth something. You might say, well, I'm poor. Yeah, but if you would overcome this, you would have such integrity and such a sense of self-worth. And even though you are poor, you are worth something. That man is worth something. And I'm telling you, the tide is turning. That's what Cheryl Andrews, the director of the Washington County Drug and Alcohol Commission, said. She said the tide is turning. In 17 years of fighting addiction, she said this is the first time that she's seen large-scale cooperation between hospitals, jails, judges, and entire communities. And by the way, and I'm trying to be a part of that too, and our church is trying to be a part of that too, and there are other churches trying to be a part of that. Let's work together and let's overcome this sin. Now, here's the thing. Even people that are users, that are experienced heroin users, it can be one and done with you because of this fentanyl and this carfentanil. You get one bad batch, you get one hot hit, and it's one and done. We don't want you to be one and done. You're worth something. The poor man is worth something. That stuff's poison. Don't poison yourself. You're worth something. The poor man in his integrity is better than a crooked man. Don't poison your marriage. That's what will happen. You're poisoning your marriage. Don't do that. You're worth something. Poor man in his integrity is better. Don't poison your future, and don't poison your purpose for life. You got to know that that's not your purpose in life, is to be snorting and sniffing on this poison. The poor man is worth something if he has integrity. You're using and selling because you don't think you're worth anything. But I'd tell you today, you are worth something because Jesus Christ left heaven, came to earth, died on a cross, and rose again to seek you and to save you. That means you're worth something. So, my friend, if you're worth something, look for some help. Get some help. Find some help somewhere. And the best help that I believe you can get is by believing the gospel, turning from your sin, putting your faith in the risen Christ, and he will give you a pardon, give you a new heart and a new start if you'd believe upon him. You are worth something.